Kurt Donald Cobain, born February 20, 1967 in Aberdeen, Washington, a small logging town shrouded in mist and melancholy, his childhood a mix of joy and upheaval. Parents divorced when he was 8, leaving an indelible mark. Music, a solace from early on. He received a Mickey Mouse drum set at age 2. Early exposure to the Beatles, the Monkees sparked a passion. But his childhood was also marked by hyperactivity and a sense of isolation. Cobain's artistic talents emerged early. He excelled in drawing, even considered pursuing it seriously, but music held a stronger pull. He began playing guitar at 14, a gift from his uncle, a Fender Stratocaster, soon to become his weapon of choice. Teenage years, rebellion, and a deep dive into music. Punk rock, a revelation. The raw energy of the Sex Pistols, the rawness of Black Flag resonated deeply. Music became an outlet, a way to express his growing angst. He formed his first band, Fecal Matter, in his mid-teens. A revolving door of musicians, experimenting with grunge's raw sounds. Recordings were rough, unpolished, but hinted at the raw talent waiting to be unleashed. Exposure to local bands like Melvins and Green River, the burgeoning Seattle music scene, a breeding ground for grunge. Cobain absorbed it all, his musical vocabulary expanding. The seeds of Nirvana were sown. 1987, Chris Novoselic, a fellow Aberdeen outcast, joined forces with Cobain. Nirvana was born, a rotating cast of drummers before settling on Chad Channing. Their early gigs were chaotic, fueled by raw energy and Cobain's ferocious stage presence. 1989, their debut album Bleach released on Sub Pop Records. A raw, uncompromising sound. Hints of melodic brilliance amidst the sonic assault. Cobain's lyrics, introspective and full of despair. The album became a cult classic, a harbinger of things to come. Despite Bleach's success, financial struggles persisted. Cobain continued to work odd jobs. The band toured relentlessly, their reputation for explosive live shows growing. They were on the cusp of something huge, but no one could have predicted what was to come. 1991, Nevermind, their second album, changed everything. Dave Grohl, the final piece of the puzzle, joined as drummer. Smells Like Teen Spirit, an anthem for a generation, exploded onto the airwaves. The album soared to number 1, dethroning Michael Jackson. Nirvana became the voice of Generation X. Cobain, an unlikely spokesperson with his ripped jeans and unkempt hair. He spoke of alienation, of apathy, of the pain of being young and misunderstood. His lyrics, raw and confessional, resonated deeply. Nevermind sold millions, awards followed. MTV played Teen Spirit on heavy rotation. Nirvana were everywhere. But amidst the success, Cobain struggled. Fame, a double-edged sword, brought unwanted attention and pressure. Section 5. Heartbreak and Heroin, the Turbulent Years. Cobain's personal life became increasingly turbulent. His relationship with Toby Vale, a prominent figure in the Riot Grrrl scene, ended badly. The pressure of fame, the relentless touring schedule, took their toll. He turned to heroin, seeking solace in the drug's embrace. His heroin addiction worsened. He became increasingly withdrawn, his behavior erratic. There were overdoses, hospitalizations, and attempts at rehab. His music, however, remained powerful. In Utero, their third album was already in the works. Despite his struggles, Cobain's love for music never wavered. He continued to write, to pour his heart and soul into his art. His lyrics became darker, more introspective, reflecting the turmoil within. He was fighting demons, both personal and public. Section 6. In Utero, a raw and unflinching masterpiece. 1993, In Utero released. A deliberate departure from Nevermind's polish. Raw, abrasive, and uncompromising, it divided critics and fans alike. But beneath the sonic assault lay some of Cobain's most powerful and haunting songs. All Apologies, a heartbreaking ballad, hinted at his desire for peace. Heart-Shaped Box, with its disturbing imagery, explored themes of love, death, and obsession. In Utero was a difficult listen, but a rewarding one, revealing Cobain's artistic depth. Despite the album's challenging nature, it topped the charts. Nirvana remained at the pinnacle of the music world, but Cobain was increasingly weary. The pressures of fame, the scrutiny of the media, his ongoing battle with addiction were wearing him down. Section 7. Love and Loss, Courtney, Francis, and the Search for Peace. Amidst the chaos, Cobain found love with Courtney Love, lead singer of the band Hole. A whirlwind romance, passionate and tumultuous. Their relationship, constantly in the public eye, was both celebrated and scrutinized. 1992, they married in Hawaii. A year later, their daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, was born. Fatherhood brought Cobain immense joy. He doted on Frances, finding solace in their bond. But his demons continued to haunt him. Cobain's love for Courtney and Francis was undeniable. He sought stability, a semblance of normalcy, but his addiction, his inner turmoil, made it difficult. He was torn between the desire for a quiet life and the demands of his fame. Section 8. The Final Days. Isolation, Addiction, and Despair. 1994, Cobain's condition worsened. He became increasingly isolated, withdrawing from bandmates, friends, and family. The once vibrant and energetic frontman of Nirvana was now a shadow of his former self. His heroin addiction spiraled out of control. An intervention was staged, but to no avail. Despite the efforts of those closest to him, Cobain's dependency on the drug only deepened. He was lost in a haze of despair. The weight of his struggles seemed insurmountable, and his mental state deteriorated rapidly. On March 18, 1994, Cobain overdosed on champagne and Rohypnol in a Rome hotel room. This incident was a stark reminder of his fragile state. He was revived and hospitalized. The incident, widely reported, sent shockwaves through the music community and his fan base, highlighted the severity of his addiction. It was clear to everyone that Cobain was in a dire situation, teetering on the edge, but it was a harbinger of the tragedy to come. The signs were there, but the full extent of his despair was still hidden from view. On April 8, 1994, Cobain's body was found at his Seattle home. The news of his death sent shockwaves around the world. He had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The music world had lost one of its brightest stars. A suicide note addressed to his imaginary childhood friend Boda expressed his unbearable pain. The note was a poignant and heartbreaking testament to his inner turmoil and his desire to escape the pressures of fame. Cobain's tragic end was a stark reminder of the heavy toll that fame and addiction can take on an individual. Section 9. Legacy of a Legend, Cobain's Enduring Impact. Cobain's death sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond. He was 27 years old. A generation mourned the loss of its reluctant spokesperson. His music, once a soundtrack to teenage angst, took on a new poignancy. Nirvana's impact on music was undeniable. They ushered in the grunge era, paving the way for a new wave of alternative rock bands. Cobain's raw, confessional lyrics resonated with millions. He gave voice to a generation's alienation and despair. Beyond music, Cobain's influence extended to fashion, art, and culture. His anti-establishment stance, his rejection of mainstream values inspired a generation to embrace individuality and challenge the status quo. His legacy, complex and multifaceted, continues to resonate today. Section 10. What Could Have Been. Reflections on a life cut short. Cobain's death left a void, a sense of what might have been. His passing was not just a loss to music, but to the cultural landscape of an entire generation. He was at the height of his creative powers, pushing boundaries and redefining the sound of rock music. What music would he have created? Would he have ventured into new genres, collaborated with other artists, or perhaps even reinvented his own style? What impact would he have had on the world? His influence was already profound, but the potential for further change was limitless. These questions continue to haunt fans and fellow musicians alike. They wonder about the albums that were never made, the concerts never performed. Some speculate that he was planning solo projects, exploring new musical directions. Perhaps he would have delved into acoustic sets or experimental sounds. Others believe he might have eventually reunited with Nirvana. The thought of a reunion tour or new Nirvana album is a tantalizing what if. We'll never know. His death robbed us of a unique talent, a voice that spoke truth to a generation. His lyrics resonated with the disenchanted and the hopeful alike. Cobain's legacy is a reminder of the fragility of life, the dangers of fame, and the importance of mental health. His struggles were a stark reality check for many. His music, raw and honest, continues to inspire and provoke. It challenges listeners to confront their own truths and emotions. He was a flawed genius, a reluctant icon, a voice that will never be silenced. His story is a testament to the enduring power of art and the human spirit. Section 11. Continuing inspiration, Cobain's music today. Over 2 decades after his death, Cobain's music continues to resonate with new generations. His raw and powerful lyrics, combined with the band's unique sound, have a timeless quality that speaks to the hearts of young people everywhere. His songs are covered by countless artists, each bringing their own interpretation while staying true to the spirit of the originals. His image adorns t-shirts and posters worldwide, a testament to his enduring legacy and the impact he had on popular culture. His influence can be heard in the music of countless contemporary bands. Nirvana's albums remain bestsellers, continually finding new audiences who are drawn to their authenticity and raw energy. Smells Like Teen Spirit is an anthem for a new generation, its message of alienation and rebellion still relevant in today's world. Its message of alienation and rebellion still resonates deeply, capturing the essence of youthful defiance and the search for identity. Cobain's lyrics, raw and confessional, continue to speak to the angst and uncertainty of youth. They offer a voice to those who feel unheard and a connection to those who feel isolated. His words, filled with pain and honesty, provide comfort and understanding to listeners who find solace in his music. Cobain's legacy is a testament to the power of music to connect, to inspire, and to endure. His songs have a unique ability to bring people together, transcending generations and cultural boundaries, to inspire and to endure. His music continues to be a source of inspiration for new artists and fans alike. His songs, born of pain and struggle, offer solace and understanding to those who feel marginalized and misunderstood. They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. Offer solace and understanding to those who feel marginalized and misunderstood. His music provides a sense of belonging and a reminder that there is beauty in our imperfections. His voice, silenced too soon, continues to echo through the years. His legacy lives on through the fans who keep his memory alive, and the artists who draw inspiration from his work, continues to echo through the years. Cobain's music remains a powerful force, a reminder of the enduring impact one artist can have on the world.